doing today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Star Wars fans from across the galaxy, from Tatooine all the way to the Enter planets? Ladies and gentlemen, a new Star Wars quote-unquote series has officially come out called The Acolyte, ladies and gentlemen, and the press tour has been going wild. Now, the first two episodes just premiered last night on Disney+, and well, things are probably kind of how you could expect it. The fans are reacting to a lot of the audience scores you would expect to happen, and then, of course, the critics, the legacy media out there is doing exactly what they always do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the press tour has been going wild, and Leslye Headland, ladies and gentlemen, is the showrunner and writer for this thing called The Acolyte, and well, I don't know about you boys and girls, but I've been a Star Wars fan pretty much since I was a little kid. I remember running around to the little second-hand stores with my grandma, picking up as many of the toys as I could, watching the box set VHS over and over again until I practically wore out the tape. And then, of course, I was of the age and of the generation where I got to see the prequels in the theaters. And yes, they will always hold a special place in my heart. And I know some Star Wars fans out there have issues with those movies, and I completely and totally understand and respect that. And boys and girls, by the fact that I completely and totally understand and respect that, I hope all of you will give me the courtesy, the grace to completely and totally understand and respect why I have a serious issue with the way the Walt Disney Company is not only marketing the Star Wars brand, but also the complete and total destructive and devastating direction that they have took it in. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you hadn't heard, according to Leslye Headland and the legacy media critics, quote-unquote, out there, the legacy media shills, The Acolyte is the gayest Star Wars ever, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, growing up with Star Wars, growing up with R2-D2 and C-3PO and Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and all the rest out there, gay wasn't really something that ever came to my mind with Star Wars. But apparently, ladies and gentlemen, just like everything else we've seen, the Star Wars brand is nothing more than an IP that they are willing to sacrifice on their altar of activism just to push an agenda. And that's exactly what we have right here, because our dear sweet Leslye Headland, the former assistant to Harvey Weinstein himself, ladies and gentlemen, is praising the series as the gayest Star Wars ever. What did she have to say about it? What did other people have to say about it? Well, we've got a video, ladies and gentlemen. Not only does she talk about the fact that The Acolyte is the gayest series ever, she also decides to insult some fan favorites out there, claiming them all to be homosexual, because, of course, ladies and gentlemen, when you only view the world through the lens of what you do with your genitalia, of course, you're going to see that kind of nonsense absolutely everywhere. So we're going to get into this article from Bounding Comics, get into all of the juicy details, and see exactly what this former assistant to Harvey Weinstein has said. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, or follow if you have not already. And leave us a comment down below letting me know if gay was something you immediately thought with Star Wars. So, from Bounding into Comics, shout out to Spencer McCooley for putting this article together. The Acolyte showrunner Leslye Headland says preview audiences regularly praise the series as the gayest Star Wars. Oh, yay, because that's exactly what we were looking for. Not a good story, not a great hero's journey, not some mystery, not some intrigue. Ladies and gentlemen, no, it's gay, gay, gay all the time, because that's what it's all about these days. According to showrunner Leslye Headland, those who were privy to early previews of The Acolyte routinely walked away from the series believing that it was the gayest piece of Star Wars media ever conceived. And according to our dear, sweet friend Chris Gore over at Film Threat, the third episode that's coming next week is going to confirm that even more, boys and girls. Aren't you excited? The former assistant to Harvey Weinstein weighed in on the topic while speaking to the Wrap's Drew Taylor in promotion of the series' then upcoming premiere. Asked by Taylor, this is arguably the gayest. Well, let's just watch the video. Let's just watch the video and dissect it, boys and girls. And I do apologize if the volume ends up being a little low or something like that. I'll turn it up in post for you.
I want to ask you both, because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And
the gayest Star Wars ever. That's the question out of his mouth. And they laugh. They think it's so funny. Wait till you hear if they agree or disagree. And the fact that a question like that is even asked, like, why not ask about, it's clearly the gayest Star Wars ever. And obviously, this isn't the whole interview. This is just a clip Right? So maybe that was asked. Maybe they were asked about the characters. Maybe they were asked about the intrigue. Maybe those were the first questions that were asked. I have no idea because I, probably like many of you out there, are not going to suffer myself to sit through this annoying prattle for as long as this interview probably went on. And considering who it was with, it probably went on for way too long. But honestly, even this clip is way too long. So they laugh. They think it's great. They think it's such a funny question.
Are you excited about that? Are you
Not
bracing
the gayest
yourself?
Star Wars. Not the.
It's pretty gay, let's be honest.
Gay, gay, gay! It's so gay! It's the gayest Star Wars ever! Yay! Aren't you excited for the Acolyte? Isn't this the kind of marketing that just makes you want to jump right out there and subscribe to Disney Plus? No? Yeah, me neither.
Leslye, how do you feel?
Am I gay?
Are you,
Yes.
Well, no, I know you are gay.
No shit. We're very well aware of that. We get reminded about that every time you have an interview. We never hear about, like, what kind of incredible director she is, what kind of incredible story writing we can do. No, no, no. It's all about where she sticks her genitalia. Or who puts their mouth on her genitalia. Whatever. I don't know how all that shit works.
Okay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point?
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure so.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, Leslye. I'm sure you're so surprised that you interjected all of your own personal issues into a Star Wars show. I'm sure that was never meant to be a talking point in any way, shape, or form. No, 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 no.
Because nerds are gay.
Yes, nerds are gay. We all just love slurping on the big slong or carpet munching. Yes, so gay. This is once again the perspective. And wait, let's wait for a second. Let's just listen to their perspective.
Well, some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But
Yeah.
in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay.
In her world, the nerds are gay. Because as always, it's all about their world, their perspective, and, well, at the end of the day, their bubble that they all live in. Because that's why they think all of this stuff is okay and that they're going to get away with it. And they actually think it might actually be successful because everyone around them thinks and acts exactly like they do. They accuse us of being in an echo chamber. Hate to tell you, when the majority of the population, the majority of the culture rejects your show and it's only your small minority of weirdos that continue to praise and shill for this stuff, I'm starting to think someone else might be living in the echo chamber bubble out there.
Is this a fun element of
No, I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I'm frankly
You're offended?
into it. No.
Oh, I'm into it. Oh, thank you for telling me I made the gayest Star Wars ever. I'm sure that wasn't her intent in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure her goal was just to tell a good Star Wars story right from the beginning. It just so happened that she's a carpet muncher. And so that happens to be part of every single aspect of anything she writes because apparently that's all she knows. Not clearly Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. So, Leslye Headland, maybe you should go back to doing the kind of smut you're good at and just write some 101 tips and tricks on how to munch carpet. Because it sounds like you'd probably be much better at that than writing a Star Wars series. And if you're not better than that than writing a Star Wars series, then I really feel bad for your wife.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the fits?
The Fets. Now, maybe I'm hearing that wrong, but it sure sounds like she's referring to the Fets, as in Boba Fett and his father Django. What? Once again, allowing people to be involved and working on a project and then going out there and spouting things in the media without at least giving them a rudimentary crash course on the subject matter. But of course, the subject matter doesn't actually matter, does it? It's just the agenda.
We'd be like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo.
And are you telling me with a straight face that C-3PO is straight?
He's an android without genitalia. He doesn't have a sexual preference, you sick fuck. It's literally like you crack open these people's heads. My grandmother used to make the jokes about it when I was a teenage boy. You open up his head, it's all sex, 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 sex. I was a teenage boy. This is what a 40-year-old woman who is literally thinking about droids, robots, manufactured products, and about their sexuality. These people are sick in the head.
They're a couple. That's what I think.
And of course, he agrees with them. Color me shocked that the simp, the legacy media, the shill media, oh yes. And I don't know about this guy's sexuality. It's probably pretty obvious that he's gay. I honestly don't care. This is my problem with all of this stuff. This is what the marketing is all about. It's never about how we told a good Star Wars story, about how we told this incredible hero's journey where these characters overcome so many trials and tribulations. It's all about who they sleep with. I don't care where you stick your genitalia. Give me a good story.
But this is more outward.
I think it's canon that R2D2 is a lesbian.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ask Filoni. Okay.
Ask for
Can you
one.
imagine?
Yeah, talk to Filoni.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars has always been gay. Well, and if you didn't know that, you're a bigot. Isn't it obvious that R2D2 is a lesbian? Isn't it obvious that C-3PO is gay? They're fucking androids. They're fucking robots. They are programmed. This is stupid. This is so stupid. I mean, this is what's in charge of Disney Star Wars now. So all of you shills out there, all of you people who want to come at me in the comments, I'm sure you probably didn't even make it this far into the video at this point, and you're certainly not watching my live streams, although I highly recommend you join them because I will gladly read your comments out live on stream if you do. This is what Star Wars has become for them. Nothing more than something to express their deep-seated sexual fantasies that should have been regaled to the darkest spots of the internet, the darkest spots of Tumblr. This former Harvey Weinstein assistant who aided and abetted, allegedly, a lot of Harvey's lovely little trifes, should we say, with younger Hollywood stars. She was there for all of it. And now this person, with her sick, twisted fantasies, is shoving them all the way deep into your Star Wars. Probably as deep as she shoves lightsabers into places they probably don't belong. This is sick. This is twisted. This is disgusting. And this is what your Disney Star Wars has become. So all of you pixie dusters out there, enjoy it. Enjoy shilling for what is a dead franchise. And at the end of the day, when no one watches your videos anymore, and everybody realizes the fact that you are nothing more than paid advertisement by the Walt Disney Company. Rolling Stone, how's that deleted article working out for you? This is what it's become. And this is what it will continue to be for as long as Disney holds on to the reins of it. Star Wars is dead, while Disney Star Wars is dead. Whatever chance that they ever had is long gone and will never come back. The brand has been permanently damaged. And it will take generations, if ever, to have it restored to any kind of semblance of what it once was. Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, Dave fucking Filoni, the hack, and Leslye Headland, the former Harvey Weinstein assistant, too ugly to assault, is making Star Wars into nothing more than their big gay orgy. And that's what they've always wanted to do. Because they never cared about the characters. They never cared about the lore. The only thing they cared about is pushing their own sick, twisted worldview onto it. And in turn, onto your children. Because how many times have they told us Star Wars is just for kids? Well, that's really creepy if you believe Star Wars is just for kids and you're trying to push all of this gay shit on them and all of this sexuality on them. If Star Wars is just for kids, why are you trying to sexualize that? What's your real goal? What's your real intent? Personally, sounds pretty creepy to me. But hey, that's Disney for you, boys and girls. I wonder why their employees are always getting arrested for inappropriate things out there in Florida. I'm sure I'm sure that's not something that is spread far and wide throughout the entire company in any way, shape, or form. This is disgusting. This is disturbing. These people are shameful. They should be ashamed. They're not, but that's okay because we're going to keep mocking them. We're going to keep ridiculing them. We're going to make shame great again, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to shame these people into oblivion. And clearly, based on the audience scores and the ratings numbers that are going to come soon, that's exactly what's going to happen.